Um, sorry, I had a bowl of sweet corn. Oh my goodness, it's like I hadn't had it in a long time. Let me duck under this monstrosity. The gravel here. There's a part out in the front of the road that I'm going to use some of this for, so that when we turn in, I'm going to extend our little turn-in area a little bit better. Sometimes the turn is too short, it's too tight, and I'll show you what happens. So we're going to use some of this. We're going to wheelbarrow out to the front, and just before I do that though, here's bags of gravel that we took from the very front of the property. This is all gravel. There may be a few bags of sand at the bottom, but the gravel here that we can use for some stuff as well. Yeah, I'm leaning. Let me walk around. I was just pausing and I'll resume what I was talking about in a minute. We're gonna, I believe I said it earlier in the video, so by doing so much sometimes I can't remember. We're gonna bring the bulldozer guy back, I think by Friday, if he's available, and have him come up and just finish flattening the area out, and I'll just pay the deal, because I need the guys to do some other stuff. See, I don't like this here. See all these rocks and stuff here, I just don't like it. So anyway, but a lot of dirt's gonna go in this area, and my carpool is gonna go from carport out over here back to this way. But back to what I was referring to with the gravel up front. That's just mud and dirt there. But this, I smacked that pole out there a couple times, scraped it, not turning tight enough or something here, this, and there's some down here and stuff and up here. So that's what I want to prevent. In fact, let me take you, let me pause. I'm gonna walk a little bit, then I'm gonna pause and take you out to what show you what I'm talking about. But all this has got to get gone too. I mentioned that. So let me walk. As I'm making my way, we're gonna finish cutting some of this stuff down too, all the way to the edge of our property there, which you see in that corner, some sandbags over there. That's the edge of the property where my home is, and come up this way. Eventually we're gonna, like I said before, build this wall up, raise this up higher to meet that one, coming over here and run a wall from here down to this way, connecting to the bridge. And when our wall goes up here, we're going to keep all the water flow through here. I'm going to restock that from sandbags to cement, because I don't want to break it in the future. Same with this, future projects that I have planned out. These are nice goats here. Some of them may be the other neighbors' goats. They're doing a good work here. So here's where the gravel was. He got from over here. Seeing the kids playing with the tire. There's still a little bit of gravel left here. And there's that pipe again. That pipe keeps popping up all over the property. And of course the ball. We're gonna burn this stuff in here. I'm gonna haul this sand somewhere. I'm not really gonna haul. Okay, I caught myself when I hit the wrong button, and I stopped the recording, so I got to add it together. But anyway, I'm not really going to haul it over here, because until we get the walls up, this is just going to keep washing out here. This is not where I'm going to use the gravel at, not here where the bag's at. One of my subscribers suggested it's a good idea, but once I get the walls built up and everything, where the water stays in the canal, or it comes over here, as it always does on Nani's property, okay, always does. I'm not going to affect her anyway. I'm just going to keep it off of my property, and it's always going to run through her property, and she's okay with it, I guess, for that. And I'm going to run hello neighbors' kids, and I'm going to run the wall up here. I'll find where my 4 meters is up here, and I'm going to run a wall here to keep the water from flowing on, washing out this side of my road here. So I'm going to have a wall. It's going to be same height as this. Again, it's going to go basically my boundary wall to where my 4 meters are, run out here from Mahone. From the Mahone over here, 4 meters that way, and just run it to a certain point, maybe here. Leaving a gate open for knife. That's all in the future, except here. Here it's going to come up. I'm going to build a small, because you see where the water runs, right? It washed it all out. That wasn't like that. It was like this before. But anyway, So it got washed out during the August, September floods that we had here. Small culvert here. As you can see, the culvert's going to kind of go sideways because I'm just going to let it go with the flow of the water, or maybe I'll just shoot it straight across and they can go under and then out that way. They know that it goes on their property, so I'm not affecting them. I'm just going to have something that I can drive over here, a little concrete thing, not very big, but just enough for my truck, you know, 4 meters wide. I'm going to mark on my boundary line from here to there, 4 meters wide. Build a little bridge with a culvert so the water can go under. If the water does go over this, okay, as long as I got something hard to drive. The water didn't really get too far over there. It did a little bit on that side, but in the future, when I have a lot of money, I'm going to cement where my 4 meters from where it starts over here. Over here is where my 4 meters right away starts over here. You see my poles on it within that 4 meters. I'm just going to right this way, concrete it so I have the water can run over it all it wants to. I just don't want it to doggone it, I did it again. Okay, well, you don't know because it's all going to be stuck together, but I keep hitting the button and it stops the recording. I'm glad I caught it. But anyway, a straight shot out to the highway down here. And this is all the common way. My property goes right about here somewhere, 4 meters that way. My right of way that I bought and paid for. The common way, okay, my property starts right about here, somewhere over here. Mama Home's over there somewhere, and it goes over here, right about here. And then over here's the neighbors. And there's 2 meters was donated by the neighbor over here, kind people. And then the other meter was donated from the owners of this property. These are just tenants here. So it's basically 3 meters donated. But you see it's a lot wider than that. Anyway, then one of my future projects. The water doesn't really flood here that much, a little bit here, but not enough to where it washes anything away. But one day I'm gonna beautify this area and do something with it. So let me go to the highway and I'll show you what I was talking about. And when I'm talking about it, you see this shirt there, plastic, and we keep getting this thing cleaned up, but the neighbors unfortunately won't share and keep in place beautified. See, they just throw the garbage, and that happens a lot in the Philippines. If you watch very many other vloggers in the Philippines, they'll say the same thing. It's a way of life. People come up here and just chunk stuff, garbage down on the ground. It's a beautiful country. Look at all this. I'm gonna get all this picked up and cleaned up. I have to do it myself. The dogs dug this out so they can lay in the middle of the road. But you see all the garbage, it just irritates me to no end. Beautiful country and people just throw it down. You know, even I could line this whole thing up with garbage bins and they'd still throw it on the ground. It's just the way it is. I'm teaching Sabrina and EJ not to do that. Caught them a few times. I get after them. You know, I get after them, say, hey, stop doing it. But you can see it's up there. Just going along with my stroll here to the highway for now. See more garbage. It's pitiful. Maybe about a month ago we had it cleaned up here where we cut all the greenage out. There used to be a little bamboo house here, and I don't know if one of the storms crashed it up, people left, or if the people left and then the storm crashed it up. I don't know, but see, it's not my property. I can't do nothing about it, but it's an eyesore. I wish the owner would just come and clean it up and burn it. See, more garbage. More garbage. It's sad, folks. It's just really sad. See? It's really sad. This is the common right-of-way. For the people who live back there by me, this, you know, we share this. Anyway, there's some bikers, cyclists over there, as you call them. Anyway, here's we got to clean up this. Some of this is part of the sandbags that we used when some of this did wash out a little bit, so we used some sandbags. The rest of it's just garbage. You see how narrow this is? Okay, and what I want to do is come out here and widen this a little bit. Push this over. And maybe that's the highway, folks. Maybe put something over this, like a piece of that thick plywood, and then push this stuff down, dirt down, this stuff here, down over it, just so where you come in, I can turn in wider, because as you can see right now, it's from here to here, and this is what I smack sometimes. As you can see, it's kind of irritating sometimes. It's a tight one because people don't slow down, even when you got a blinker on. Look at all the garbage. But anyway, and some of that gravel by the septic tank, come out here and pour it out here and build this up a little bit with maybe some more dirt, so that when you come in and turn, nobody here cares. The city doesn't care what you do. You know, just if you want to make it better. There's supposed to be a road widening project happening, but this is the Philippines. It may be 5 to 10 years before it happens. Who knows? It could happen tomorrow. Just the way it is. So anyway, that's what my plans are eventually, to do that. So this way I can come in here. Even when I come in this way, from this direction, I can just turn in here. And then we go down here, and that's what it looks like. But it would, you know, I need to make it beautiful. More better for me. I thought about taking this and knocking it down some more, but there's plenty of room right here, so no need to do that. There's the neighbors coming down, so let me pause it. So they just went to the bakery shop over here. I don't want to show the front of the road for privacy reasons and stuff. But anyway, we got a lot of work to do here. And as long as we're making it look nice, I don't think people are going to mind about that. So we'll keep it nice and clean, and make sure we don't mess with anybody's stuff. You can see the other side of the garbage. But anyway, that's what we're looking at, and that's one of my projects I want to get started, so I can stop hitting that pole, especially at nighttime. It's kind of hard to see. Another thing I want to do, let me turn back around, is erect some kind of, either off of one of these poles or put another pole up, a sign or something, so that when I direct people to the house, I have something for them to see and they can turn. Because usually it's hard, because all these people we got coming to do work and installations and all this other stuff, even we're going to run the same problem when we have friends. We try to tell them where to come, they're going to have a hard time finding this place. So I need to put some kind of marker there, sign or something, that they can see and appreciate. Anyway, that's the neighbor's kids. They live off to the, and the house is over to the left there. So anyway, that's the plan. I don't want to belabor anything, so I'll stop here for now. Thanks, folks. On the way back, this is another project. I want to ask our neighbor over here, that's where the kids live over here. We need to cut some of this bamboo down, because you see this, all this stuff grows out and it gets way out to here. I mean, it gets way out to here and it scratches my truck when I try to go around it sideways and everything. And then some of these here start laying out and hanging way low over here. I just want to cut it back some and chop it up some, so there's no scratching thing here. There's a bamboo pole that was here sticking like 4 or 5 feet out over here earlier. I just had Brother JC just pick it up and shove it back over there. We probably need to re-erect it and get their electrical wire and push it up. It's just kind of dangerous there, but that's another project too. You know, and there's the house in the distance. There's a friendly rooster. Another one here, just to give you an idea where I'm at. Wherever our property line is here, trim all this. Trim it, because let me show you. It won't take much of it, but you know, they got a fence there, so we can clean it to the fence at least. Because my home is right here. So I don't know why they had a fence there. But anyway, if they want to put the fence there, then I'll clear it out on this end and we'll just say that's the property line. Okay. I'm not going to do anything with it anyway other than keep it clean. And chop it up all the way here, get rid of all this, cut it down, trim up the tree here and stuff, so I don't want it growing out over here. And you see the bamboo here, that's got to come down, because it's already, see this right over my wires. It's going to come down, crash down, and cut out my electric. So I want to get ahead of the game, start cutting that down, but I need to get permission from my neighbor first, let them know what we're doing. You know, I always want to check with the neighbors. It's a beautiful property. And for the newer subscribers, missed some of our earlier videos, one day all this is going to get filled in. See how low it is here? I'm going to have this leveled up over here. And maybe just when people come over, just be a little parking area for them. I don't want to use sand because sand's going to blow up dust and blow that way. So maybe, you know, get some more, over the years, some topsoil, level it out. This is just not a project right now I want to deal with right now. I'm going to cut all this back to the property line, like I said, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Alrighty. Thank you, folks. See this side from the trees? Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. It helps us out. We're at 797 subscribers before I left the house. So we're almost at 800. I want to thank everyone for subscribing and staying with us. We're getting closer and closer to that 1,000 mark. And of course, we want to far exceed that in the future, but you know, we appreciate you guys tuning in and watching, staying with us, sharing our lives with us. Okay, folks. Once again, God bless you always. Peace.